Hey guys, it's Clifton here. Just wanted to do a quick training video for some of the new people and some of those that have been around for a couple of weeks or a couple months that might be a little frustrated or maybe a little discouraged or not really understanding why their business is not moving as quick as possible. And so I'm going to touch on a few points today. So if you can get a sheet of paper and a pen and just write down a couple of these little nuggets of information that I want to give you guys today, so that way you can kind of review them on your own time. And if you have any questions, you can just message me, and I'd be glad to help you out with that. I am doing this from my laptop, and my son's asleep right now. So if you see me looking or turning or whatever, sorry, excuse me. But so whenever I do trainings, I like to use analogies. I like to compare things a lot to other things, and so just be prepared for a little bit of that. I like to say, well, this is a lot like this and this way. So just to start us off, just talking about AdvoCare in general, there's a couple of steps that are going to guarantee success with AdvoCare. Number one, as we always talk about, identifying your purpose. Why is it that you're really looking at this? Is it because you're tired of your circumstances as far as your career is going, or you're tired of checking your bank account every time you go to the grocery store? You kind of just fed up. That's a lot of people. Who come into our world is they want a change of circumstances, or maybe their spouse is always away at work and they want to bring them home, and they feel this would be a good vehicle to allow them to earn some extra income to be able to bring their spouse home. And we've proven that time and time again that this is definitely um, uh, a vehicle to be able to accomplish that. And so I don't think that a lot of you guys struggle to understand your purpose. I think everyone's pretty good about knowing why they really want to do this. And our team in particular is really strong at identifying people's reason and purpose for getting started with AdvoCare. So let's go ahead and just write that down. Number one is your purpose. What is the reason I'm doing this? And you can write that down and marinate on that. Number two, I think this might be, if there's a secret sauce to working AdvoCare, I think it would be this. And I've come to understand this even more and more lately, helping some of the new people. But it's packaging your story. Okay, you don't need to have a long tenured story like mine or Mitch or Angelica, or some of the people that have been involved a little longer. You don't have to have an intricate story like theirs or mine. If you just tried Spark for the first time yesterday, you have a story, and that story can be packaged, and you can share that story. And they say that if you don't feel that you have your own story yet, to share somebody else's. There's really no excuse why somebody can't get to work right now and start earning an income with AdvoCare. So I'll tell you guys my story. And this is when you package your story, it needs to be 30 seconds or less. And so this is what I always tell people: is AdvoCare found me 2.5 years ago. I had just closed a business. I had acquired a ton of debt, over $40,000 in debt, by the age of 26, and I was looking for extra income. I went back into corporate America to help pay off my debt. Along the way, I was gaining tons of weight. I was very unhappy with my circumstances. A friend of mine shared AdvoCare products with me, and also shared that he had been earning a pretty significant income with the company, and that got my attention. I got started on products. I lost 12 pounds, 2 notches on my belt in the first 24 days, and I started sharing my results with friends and family. They took notice, and the company started paying me. A year in, I was averaging around $1,200 a month. I was able to leave my job and be a stay-at-home father with my son. And along the way, we paid off almost $16,000 in debt in our first 10 months. And that's my story. I went over 30 seconds, but it's as long as we're not rambling, as long as we're not including a bunch of information that doesn't need to be there, then it's okay if it goes over a little bit. I think mine was like 45 seconds or something like that. But And I can even mine could probably be better, but when I share it, there are tidbits in there that are to attract people. I talked about how I lost weight. I talked about my paying off debt and us earning income, and being a stay-at-home father. And so that's just my story. If you just tried Spark for the first time, your story would be just as impactful. A friend of mine introduced me to AdvoCare products. I tried a Spark for the first time. I felt better than I've ever felt. I didn't need a coffee or a Red Bull at all. I feel wonderful, and you know what? My buddy mentioned there's a way to earn income doing this, and my wife and I have been looking for some extra income, and so we're taking a serious look at this as a way to supplement our income. And is that something that you might want to hear more about? And so I just made that up off the top of my head, but that's somebody and that's not too different than what I used to share with people when I got started. So packaging your story is not hard. There's a formula to it, and the formula is very simple. It's here's you can write this down. Here's where I was. It's number one. So here's where I was. Here is what I saw. Here is what I did, and here's where I'm going. So here's where I was, what I saw, what I did, where I'm going. To put that into my terms, where I was overweight, just closed my business, went back to corporate America, very unhappy with my circumstances. Here's what I saw. My friend introduced me to the products that helped me feel better, but he mentioned that he was earning an income, and that Plan B income, and that appealed to me. What I did, I got started on the products. Like I mentioned, they made me feel better. I lost weight. I had more energy, and it got me in the gym. And here's where I'm going. Um, I'm looking to bring my wife home right now. I'm looking to build my dream home. I'm looking to, pay off the last little bit of the debt that we have left. That's where I'm going. And so, um, your story is whatever is happening to you. Here's where I was, here's what I saw, here's what I did, and here's where I'm going. So that's how you package your story. And if you need help packaging your story, I believe that this is the most important part of AdvoCare when you're starting out, is having that story packaged in a really good way. If you need help with that, just message me and I'll help you package your story. It'll take a couple minutes, and then you just got to memorize it. It's that easy. Once you have your story packaged and you got it down and you're comfortable repeating it, it doesn't have to be the exact same every time, but as long as you're comfortable repeating the basic information, then it just becomes about how many people can you share that story with. And when you're new, when you're brand new, if you just started or you've been involved for, less than a few months, that's all I really recommend that you ever share with anybody is just your package story. And the moment they start asking you questions about anything, that's a perfect opportunity for you to engage the success system, which I'm going to post a picture of the success system with this video. And the success system is really our process and how we work AdvoCare. If you notice, we're doing mixers all the time. If you've noticed, people talk about hotel meetings. If you notice, people have talked about three-way phone calls, in one-on-one personal presentations. Those are things that we do to work AdvoCare. Anything in that system is going to offer a predictable result that we can guarantee you're going to have more success than not if you follow that process. And anything out of that, things that are kind of off the cuff, I don't even rate a newspaper ad or putting a sign on the ground or leaving a business card somewhere. Like, I don't know, maybe someone might notice it and you might get lucky, but that's not you know that's not something that's sustainable. Mass Facebook messages are kind of in that thing, like they're not really going to help you that much. But one-on-ones, two-on-ones, and three-way phone calls, um, mixers at the house, going to the hotel meetings, and success school and repeat. Those are the things that offer the best results by far. And so what is each of those? A one-on-one is you sharing your package story with somebody that you know or someone you're getting to know. That's it. You're just a sneak preview. And then anything that comes out of that is an opportunity for you to go into number two, which is three-way phone call or two-on-one meeting. They're going to say, oh, well, what is it? Or, I've heard of AdvoCare, but, I don't know a whole lot about it. Or, wow, your story really appealed to me. I'd kind of like to do something similar. No matter what their response is, it's the perfect opportunity to get into that second phase of the success system. And our goal is to get people into the full success system. So they're going to talk to you, then they're going to talk to the person helping you, either on a two-on-one sit down, like at a coffee shop or in a home, or over the phone if they're in another location. Eyeball to eyeball is the best, but if you got to do it over the phone, that also is okay. Um, the third is you want to invite them to a mixer. So it doesn't have to go in that order. It can go one-on-one to mixer to three-way phone call. It can go one-on-one to two-on-one three-way phone call or to mixer, or it can go one-on-one to hotel meeting to two-on-one to mixer. It doesn't matter. As long as they're getting multiple exposures, then you're going to have a predictable result. Okay, and so just remember, you're going to share your package story, and no matter what they say, that's an opportunity to plug them into whoever's helping you and get them on the phone or organize a two-on-one meeting. You don't want to try to take somebody, to tell them about AdvoCare's pay plan and all these crazy stories that you've heard. Like, you really don't want to get into that because that's going to start scaring people off, or they're going to think like, oh, this guy's a little too much. Just keep it simple. Share your package story and introduce them to your sponsor or whoever's helping you. We don't like to say sponsor to people outside of AdvoCare, but you say, my friend that's helping me. My friend that's helping me can answer that for you, probably like that. Let me get them on the phone and see if they're available real quick. Or, are you free later on tonight that maybe my friend that's helping me can answer that for you? I'd really want them to answer it for you because they're more experienced than I am. I'm just getting started. That's all great information to say. And so, that should be good for you guys. I mean, I don't want to keep this video too long. We're already approaching 12 minutes, but I do want to read something to you that one of the platinum leaders, and I'm looking at my phone right now just to get the information out, but one of the platinum leaders posted this a while back, and he said this. He said, our business exploded when I got my head on straight with the following three core beliefs. Number one, I genuinely believe a person's life is better with our products in their body than they are without. I believe, number one again, I believe a person's life is better with our products in their body than without. So that's a genuinely core belief that I have as well. I think everyone's life is going to be better with our products in their body. Our products are amazing. Number two, I genuinely believe I can help someone earn income with this vehicle if they apply themselves. I have no doubt about that. I mean, when you're new, I understand it's hard to have certainty, but you just got to have faith in your team and whoever's helping you that we're going to be able to make that happen. So I want you guys to feel confident about that. You can help somebody earn income with this vehicle if they apply themselves. People are making money. Everyone on this team is earning some type of income. Number three, I believe anyone who joins our company will grow both as a person and a leader, and that's definitely true as well. Therefore, I shall fear no man. I am simply a messenger who shares this message of AdvoCare and what it can be for a person. I trust that a person who is a fit for our company will catch that message and will move forward in a mutually beneficial business relationship that impacts people in a positive way. Adopting those beliefs in our core allowed us to bring a bold and unwavering message to the marketplace without being pushy or needy. People follow certainty. People follow strength. If you apply these beliefs and laws, your impact in business will grow. People follow certainty. People follow strength. Absolutely. like Mitch says, if you talk to people like, oh, I kind of got this thing on the side and I'm hoping maybe it might end up being something, like, no one's going to care about that. you know, I mean, maybe one person or something, but I mean, if you want this to be a big thing for you, you have to talk about it being a big thing. So I'm going to leave you guys on that. Please, 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 please message me. If you have any feedback on this video, positive or negative, I'm always open. So I'm not perfect. I love to hear feedback. So let me know how I can help. Thank you guys.